You're fired.
Dracaris. Hey guys, it's Miguel.
And Maria.
So what are we doing today? We are going to talk about mental health today. Okay?
So why is it so important for us to talk about this?
Not a lot of people acknowledge that it is an actual thing that's happening. Not a lot of people know how to deal with it. Most of it is taboo. Not a lot of families, not a lot of friends would like to approach someone if they don't know how to. It's specifically applicable to us because Maria,
I am diagnosed with clinical depression and anxiety. That's why we get to talk about this today. I've had friends come up to me asking, how am I supposed to handle the situation? My partner is struggling with mental health and I don't know what to do about it. It's something that I think definitely affects our relationship. So we're taking one for the team and talking about it today. A few days ago, we asked over Twitter and Ask FM and Instagram for you guys to send in questions if you have any. And I also went to a talk yesterday. I talked to a group of wonderful 9th graders. I talked to them about my journey with mental health. And they had some questions that I think would be helpful too. So I'm gonna answer those again today. Okay, so before anything else, we're just gonna put it out there. We are not professionals. We are not trained in any sort of field under psychology or psychiatry. So whatever we're gonna be talking about today is all based on experience. So let's get to it.
so the first question we got was, when did it start?
I started struggling with depression long before Miguel was in my life, like a decade before. It started when I was in second year high school. So you can just imagine all of the hormones mixing up with like everything that's going on in my head, and it wasn't an easy time for me. You know how high school is. You know how teenagers are. Everything feels like it's permanent and everything feels like it's never gonna end. Just imagine how that feels like for someone who's struggling with mental health. It's been gone for a few years, but then incidentally, it came back just a few years ago when Miguel was in my life. But he didn't cause it. At what point did I decide to tell you that I was struggling with it? Do you remember?
Yeah, we were on our way to dinner. It was a family dinner, and we were just about a year old.
Mm.
And she told me that it started from work. Anxiety started from work. And first thing she told me was I was having thoughts of ending my life.
Yep, got it right. How did he take it? How did he take it? I think he cried. Of course he did. Because he loves me. Yeah, but it was surprisingly full of understanding because I've had relationships before that almost ended the moment I told them that I was going through something.
She is right. I cried. Who wouldn't? It was my first encounter of anxiety and mental health. I didn't know how to deal with it. All I could have shown at that time was my emotions. And at that time, I didn't matter. What I had to do was I had to tell her why she mattered, why it matters to be here. So that's how I told her, and that's how we still ended up going to dinner.
Okay. Do you think it's important to let your partner know you're struggling? I think if you're brave enough, I never want to push anyone to do it because it's something you have to be really comfortable with to do, especially because we don't really know how people are going to react to it. I was lucky with this one, but not everyone's going to take it that way. But yeah, I mean, I think if you trust a person enough, and as cheesy as it sounds, if the person really does love you, even if they don't understand, they would be willing to, and they would do so without judgment. I would definitely say that it's brought friction in the relationship, specifically because I felt like I was free to feel what I felt and I didn't have to bottle it up in. Of course, it's gonna affect us in a way because he always gets the first blow, like in war. He's in the front lines, he's a frontliner. So, whatever I'm feeling, he feels it first. You have to be strong enough, both of you, to try to stick through it because it really is. I believe the journey is gonna be so much more tolerable if you have someone you know won't leave you despite what you're going through. Blech. Next question. Okay, go na to. What's it like being in a relationship with someone who's struggling with mental health?
It's definitely not easy, but how the best way I can tell you how it's like. It's it's
Oh, he's gonna cry.
okay.
Just tell them about it.
Okay.
What's it like being with me?
It's definitely not easy, but then again, what relationship is, right? You really have to trust them as much as they trust you.
Trust me how? What do you mean?
Trust you in the way that how you're saying you're feeling. It's not just them making it up. It's them trusting you that they can open up to you, that what they're feeling is real. And it's not something that's, oh, probably you're just in this mood, you're probably just going in a phase. You have to trust what they're saying, you have to listen. It's a challenge. But then again, if the person trusts you enough to open up, to talk to you about every instance, every moment that they feel uncomfortable, they feel anxious, and say it, feel like ending their life, it's not something you should ever take lightly.
Okay, I'm too sad. We're too sad na. Okay.
Make content.
Okay, how has it affected the relationship? Let's go through this, I guess, with specific instances. The thing is, we have these like bursts of acts of bravery. Like I've never have been a party person, but then sometimes he has this party to go to, who to go to, which I say yes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this because it's an act of bravery and I can do this. And at the moment, I felt like I was being strong and that I can do it. But then come the day itself or come the actual time of the party, I could easily get swallowed by the anxiety of being around people. And I couldn't go last minute. I was already in the car. And then we were parking, and I said, I can't do this. I can't be around people right now. He's like, okay, do you want to go home? And I said, no, because I want you to be here. I want you to be at this party. And so he just let me stay in the car and watch my series. And then he just ended up saying hi to people, staying there max 30 minutes. And then he left the party. And I guess after that, I keep waiting for him to throw that back at me. Like when he's mad, when I'm being a bee. I keep waiting for him to tell me, like, do you not realize everything I've done for you? Do you not realize everything I've let go and I've sacrificed for you? But he never did.
Okay, so one of our triumphant moments is when we were at a mall.
Ha! The panic attack.
Yeah, she had a panic attack. She started feeling anxious and she couldn't be around people. She couldn't breathe. Yeah, and first thing I saw when we got up the escalator was a bookstore. We ended up staying there for a while, and I told her to just look for books.
I got a free book.
Yeah, basically, I didn't. I'm not a fan of books. I went around reading the backs and asking her what books she
What do you
liked.
call them? What do you call them? The description of the back.
Backs.
Okay.
The backs of the books, obviously, right? And there was one that I particularly liked because it was about
What I was going through.
yeah.
Oh no,
and
not exactly.
not exactly, but it was about two friends who were going through the same thing we were, similar. It was triumphant because slowly got out of the panic attack. She got calmer. It was a moment for both of us that we were accepting that, okay, this is what we're going through, and we're gonna go through it. We're just gonna deal with it. We're gonna be patient with each other.
Right. Yay. Conquered that question. There was a question yesterday. Someone asked me what my opinion is on people who are self-diagnosing and what would I say to them. I think right now, what's kind of even more unhealthy is we've developed a call out culture. You know how people are now so brave behind their keyboards. I get how some people self-diagnose and take whatever we're going through lightly and saying, "Oh, I'm sad too. Oh yeah, I'm depressed. Yeah, I feel like I'm going through the same thing." I get that, but also I do know that there is a big chunk of the population who is self-diagnosing, who is actually going through something, and the reason why they're not actually going to the doctor and getting help is because one, it is such a taboo thing, especially here in the Philippines, and two, accepting it is one of the hardest pill you're ever gonna have to swallow. So I also don't particularly applaud those who are diagnosed and who take down. I mean, use that as an excuse to. It's so weird to kind of in a way ostracize people who are saying they feel like they're going through something and they say, "Well, you're not diagnosed. You're just making it up." It's so hypocritical to say. So I just wish that we could all just be kind to one another. And just like anything, right? If you have the cough, if you feel like you have a fever, if you feel like you're bleeding inside, you don't just, oh, I feel like I'm bleeding inside, and not do anything. You go to the doctor, right? If it's serious enough that you feel like you're going through something serious, you feel like you're going through depression, or you feel like you have a disorder, just go get help, go ask someone, because if not, then you're just gonna keep bleeding inside. Nothing's gonna make it better. And I guess for people who are struggling, one of the things that was mentioned to me before at therapy, it's gonna pass. I'm so obviously very much attached to the image of moon phases. That's because I think of it this way. Just like different phases of the moon or different states of the night. Some nights are darker than others, but at the end of the day, one thing is consistent, one thing remains to be the same, is that whatever happens, however dark the night gets, the sun is gonna shine the next day. So you just have to stick it out. You have to get through the night, you just have to live through it until the sun rises. No matter how bad an episode is, it's gonna end. You just have to find a way to get yourself through it. It's not gonna be easy. The easier way out is just ending it, but then going through the other side is so much more worth it. Claps for me. That was a good speech. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And we're done. We got through it. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We know it's not the usual funny video that you go for on YouTube or what we usually do, but thank you so much. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and if for some reason you feel like this is something you should keep doing, maybe, I know, I hope I helped someone, even just one person. Please do subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
Of course, if you want us to do another version of this, if you want us to answer more of your questions, please do comment. Please do let us know.
Thoughts, suggestions, violent reactions, everyone is welcome. Everyone is free to speak. And thanks for watching.